Good day, students and colleagues. My name is Emmanuel Nyakokwashi, the SRC Financial Secretary for UniMAC-IJ. So this is a live reading of the 2024-2025 first semester finance briefing. Please, as I read, if you have questions, you can just type them in the comment section, and after the whole delivery, I'll respond to your questions. So firstly, this financial statement presents a detailed account of the financial activities of the SRC for the first semester of the 2024-2025 academic year. The report provides a transparent insight into the SRC financial operations, challenges encountered, and strategies adopted to navigate fiscal responsibilities. It captures income, sources, expenditure, breakdown, particularly around the flagship ACCRA Week celebration, ongoing investigations into discrepancies in SRC dues, and updates on strategies such as Student Aid Fund. This report is intended to foster accountability, enhance transparency, and build trust among the student body while setting the tone for stronger financial stewardship in subsequent semesters. At the start of this administration, the total balance in the account stood at 52,405 cedis 52 pesos. This amount included 14,837 cedis 52 pesos left behind by the previous Fatih Adomako-led administration, 37,568 cedis, which represents dues paid by students before the academic year began. This initial capital formed the financial base for the execution of all SRC-related activities for the first semester. Delay in accessing the SRC accounts. We officially assumed office on 12 February 2025, 5 days before the commencement of the ACCRA Week celebrations. Unfortunately, this gave us only 2 working days to try and change the signatories to the SRC accounts, an administrative process that typically takes more time. With such a tight schedule and mounting pressure, it became practically impossible to complete the transition before the event. Despite the challenge, we were determined not to let the situation hinder our commitment to the students' body. By grace and with much effort, we were able to secure alternative funding to pre-finance the ACCRA Week activities. At the same time, we had barely a week to plan and organize what was expected to be a memorable celebration. It demanded every ounce of our attention and time, leaving us stretched and determined. The process to change the account signatories resumed immediately after the ACCRA Week. However, we faced significant difficulties in reaching the previous signatories due to conflicting schedules. Eventually, they sent us soft copies of their signatures, hoping it would suffice. The bank rejected the document on grounds that only physical signatures were acceptable. This led to further delays, as we had to locate them in person, some of whom were far away to obtain their handwritten signatures. Even after securing the required signatures, the bank's internal processes took additional time before the change could be finalized. While the delay was frustrating, it was never due to lack of effort and care on our side. We deeply appreciate the patience and understanding of all students and stakeholders as we navigated these administrative hurdles with best interest of the SRC at heart. We gained full access to the SRC account on 14th March 2025. Now, to the summary of expenditure for the first semester budget. The following are the outlined expenses for the first semester, categorized by event and item. The Aquaba Week celebration, which was organized from 17th February to 22nd February 2025, incurred a total cost of 36,900. This represents 67.6% of 54,600 cedis, the amount the previous administration spent on the same Aquaba Week last year. This percentage indicates a cost saving of 17,700 cedis. It's important to acknowledge that this administration still delivered a comprehensive and well-received week of activities. Below are the breakdown of money spent on the Aquaba Week. Monday, which was Get Prep Summit on the 17th of February, we spent 45,000 cedis on refreshments for attendees, specifically pastries. Again, we spent 700 cedis for refreshments for guest speakers. We spent 600 cedis for water and 900 cedis for drinks. Finally, there was an additional 1,000 cedis for citation for guest speakers, which added up to be 7,700. So the Get Prep Summit incurred a cost of 7,700 cedis. On Tuesday, 18th February, we had a Games and Jama night. So for the Games and Jama night, the games alone costed us 3,000. The games that were on campus that we brought were FIFA, archery, soccer darts, paintball, ginger, and then a cornhole. They all costed 3,000. We had a partnership with a company, and I think they were much more expensive, but we had to make them bring it down. Also, transportation for the materials costed 500 cedis, sachet water 200 cedis, and the bonfire 200 cedis. So the Tuesday event alone costed 3,900 cedis. On Wednesday, 19th February 2025, we had an inter-hall cookie competition. The day's event incurred a cost of 2,900 cedis, which had food items for 1,000 cedis, food items for the various halls, 1,000 cedis, hampers for the halls. We gave them hampers after each hall, after the whole week celebration ended. It costed us 700 cedis. Refreshments for the judges on the D-Day costed 200 cedis, and then judges' appreciation, we had to give them something small. So that also costed us 1,000 cedis. On Thursday, 20th February 2025, we had a media tour where we went to TV3. The Thursday's event incurred a cost of 6,100. We had refreshments for students, which costed 4,500 cedis. We gave some little appreciation to the drivers, which also costed 600 cedis, and fuel for transportation, 2 buses, also 1,000 cedis. Again, the day's event incurred a cost of 6,100 cedis. On Friday, we had IJ Got Talent. 21st of February, we had IJ Got Talent, and we appreciation for judges as well. It incurred a cost of 2,000 cedis. Refreshments for attendees costed 3,000 cedis, and also award for winners costed 2,000 cedis. So the total IJ Got Talent incurred a cost of 5,200 cedis. On Saturday, we had a movie night on Saturday, 22nd February 2025. The movie night, the refreshments for students costed 2,000 cedis. We gave them popcorns, and so the popcorn we shared to students incurred a cost of 2,000 cedis. Water also incurred a cost of 300 cedis. So on Saturday, the movie night, it incurred a cost of 2,300 cedis. The movies and the location weren't paid for, so because we did it in the auditorium. Moving on, personnels and items for the week. This is for the whole week. So we had DJs, we had MCs, we had we had DJs on rotation, MCs on rotation too. So all the monies we gave to the DJs costed 1,500, MCs as well 1,500, and we had to purchase a backdrop for the whole event, and it costed 1,000 cedis. We had to. There were some events, we did them in the evening, and the security had to help us with the whole thing, because if there were no security, it would have been disastrous. So we had to give them appreciation, and it was 800 cedis. So we also hired a sound system for the event, which also costed us 1,000 cedis. We had to rent equipment, so rental equipment, and then transportation. The equipment were the canopies, chairs, and tables. So we rented them, and plus transportation, it costed us 2,000 cedis. So the subtotal for the personnel and items for the week is 8,800 cedis. Yes, so once again, the total expenditure for the ACCRA week celebration is 36,900 cedis. Also for the semester, contracts and others. So we contracted someone to do our graphic design for us, and it lasted for the semester, and the graphic designer charges 1,500 cedis for the semester. I think that's fair enough. Also, photography for the semester also costed 3,000 cedis. Yes, and school fees refund. There were 2 students who mistakenly paid their SRC, their school fees into the SRC account, and because of that, they weren't able to register their courses. So we had to refund for them and pay, so that they'll be able to register and sit for the examination, for the first semester examination. So one student's money was 2,000 cedis, and the other was 1,500. So both were 3,500 cedis. So the subtotal for the contract and then the school fees refund is 8,000 cedis. So the total expenditure for the whole first semester is 44,900 cedis. Now, there are some outstanding issues, and investigations have commenced. It will be fair enough if I share them with you. Upon request, the bank statement for the SRC account was received with the assistance of the Dean of Students Office. After a thorough review, several issues of concern were raised. According to the bank records, a few number of students have paid their SRC dues. However, multiple SRC dues receipts collected from students are not reflected in the bank statement. This discrepancy raises concern regarding the integrity and accuracy of the financial records provided. We are currently investigating the issue thoroughly, and appropriate actions will be taken once findings are confirmed. Ensuring transparency and accountability remains a top priority of this administration. The bank has been informed about their discrepancies, and they are willing to cooperate to ensure that the issues are resolved. It's worth noting that as it stands, the amount in the SRC account is 7,505 cedis, 52 pesos. So, regarding the discrepancies, here are projected SRC dues collection for the academic year. Currently, we are able to get a data, and the data represents the number of students and for each course and level, and the amount of dues they are supposed to pay, and the summation. So starting with the Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies, journalism option, level 200 students, we have 305 students. So 305 students reading journalism in level 200, and they pay 50 cedis SRC dues. So from just journalism level 200 students, you are supposed to get 15,250 cedis. Level 300 journalism students, we have 367, and they also pay 50 cedis, and from them as well, we are supposed to get 18,350 cedis. Level 400, we have 329 journalism students, and they also pay 50 cedis. So for the summation, we are supposed to get 16,450 cedis from them. Moving on, Bachelor of Arts in Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies, Public Relations option. Level 200 students, there are 127 students within that program, and they pay 50 cedis as well. That's what add up to that should give us 6,350 cedis. Level 300 students, you have 108 students within public relations. They pay 50 cedis, so we are supposed to get 5,400 cedis from them. Level 400, we have 242 students reading public relations. They also pay 50 cedis as well. So we are supposed to get 12,100 cedis from them. So I hope that all students are aware that continuing students pay 50 cedis and first year students pay 50 cedis. So when I'm giving the data for the continuing students, you know that they pay 50 cedis while freshmen pay 90 cedis. So for Bachelor of Arts in Development Communication, we have 9 students in level 200, and DS is supposed to sum up to 450 cedis. For level 300, we have no students reading development communication. For level 400, we have 6 students. So DS is also supposed to sum up to 300 cedis. Moving on to Bachelor of Arts in Public Relations with Marketing. Level 200 students, there are 52 students, and DS is supposed to be 2,600. Level 300, we have 78 students reading Bachelor of Arts in Public Relations with Marketing, and DS is supposed to sum up to be 3,900 cedis. Level 400, we have 206 students reading that particular course, and if they've all paid their dues, we are supposed to have 10,300 cedis from them. Diploma in Communication Studies, there are 262 students, and Diploma in Public Relations, there are 92 students, and all diploma students, we are supposed to get 17,700 cedis. The newly admitted students, that's the freshmen, they are 1,470 students, and they pay 90 cedis. So just first year students, you are supposed to have 132,200 cedis. So with all that I've said, the grand total, the projection we've made, we are supposed to get 240 cedis, 450 cedis. Sorry, let me go over again. So with the grand total, we are supposed to get 240,450 cedis from the dues. And if we add that up to the amount that the previous administration left, which is the 14,000, we are supposed to get about 252,000 cedis. But here is the case: we met 52,000 cedis in the account. These figures represent a clear strategic outlook of our potential position under ideal conditions, where all expected conditions are fully realized without discrepancies. They highlight the collective strength and capacity we possess as a student's body when our systems function at their full potential. It is worth noting that as a demonstration of good faith and commitment to financial integrity, the entire executive body of the SRC has unanimously agreed to forego receiving any allowance until all financial issues are resolved. The entire executive body did not take allowances for the first semester and are not ready to take allowances for the second semester as well if these issues are not resolved. And we are hoping that we are working effectively to ensure that all these issues are resolved amicably at the earliest possible time. SRC dues, hall and club allocations, and second semester registration. The leadership of the SRC deeply empathizes with the frustration and disappointment many of you may feel regarding the delay in the disbursement of funds to halls and clubs. This situation is not one we take lightly. The 20% allocation meant for these important clubs, societies, and groups have been temporarily held back due to the internal discrepancies we are currently addressing. Please be assured that the funds will be released immediately these issues are fully resolved. We also understand that the anticipation and the excitement that often comes with receiving souvenirs as freshmen. Unfortunately, the production of the lacquers, brooches, and notepads have been put to hold due to financial constraints stemming from these unresolved challenges. We sincerely apologize for the delay and remain committed to resuming production as soon as the situation is rectified. Additionally, it has come to the attention of the SRC and the university management that some students were able to register for the first semester without fulfilling their mandatory financial obligations to the SRC. As part of the effort to promote fairness and accountability, we wish to inform all students that during the first semester course registration period, the portal will only be accessible to those who have paid their SRC dues. I reiterate, as part of efforts to promote fairness and accountability, we wish to inform all students that during the first semester course registration, the portal will only be accessible to students who have paid their SRC dues. This is in collaboration with management. This measure is necessary to ensure that every student contributes their fair share towards the growth and development of the student body. We urge everyone to comply to help the effective operation of the SRC. About the discrepancies, the way forward, resolving the SRC account discrepancies. We understand the concern raised regarding the discrepancies in the SRC dues are not just about numbers, they are about trust. As your financial secretary, I take these matters seriously and I want to be completely transparent with you about what's next. Firstly, we have already launched a full-scale investigation into the mismatch between receipts collected from students and what appears in the SRC bank statement. With the assistance of the Dean of Students Office and the bank, we will review transactions and receipts. This includes cross-checking physical receipts issued to students with bank deposit records, internal logs, and third-party documentation available. Kindly note that following the briefing, a Google link will be shared through which all students are required to upload a soft copy of their SRC dues receipt for verification processes. Any proven misconduct or administrative error will be addressed head-on. With clear steps taken to correct them, we will not shield anyone responsible for mismanagement, whether intentional or accidental. In the coming weeks, a full audit report will be prepared and shared with the student leadership and made accessible for transparency. We want to restore confidence in how your money is managed. Finally, let me assure you that this administration is committed to not just managing funds, but to doing so in a way that is accountable, transparent, and fair. We are here to serve you, and that means ensuring that every CD paid is traceable, accounted for, and used for the benefit of the student's body. Additionally, we've officially written to the Institute's Finance Office requesting for full details of dues paid to the Rupee account. Now, moving on, update on the Student Aid Fund. The Student Aid Fund is a project that's very close to my heart. It was one of my key promises. It was one of the key promises I made during my campaign, born out of a simple but powerful belief. No brilliant student should be left behind because of financial hardship. Too often, we've seen friends and classmates struggle to pay their fees, not because they are not hardworking or intelligent, but because simply life has dealt with them a tougher hand. That's the aim of this fund, to offer relief to students who are academically good but financially challenged. Since assuming office, I've been working behind scenes to make this vision a reality. My team and I have put together proposals and already submitted to 2 potential sponsors. These proposals explain what the Student Aid Fund is all about, who it will support, and the real difference it can make in the lives of our fellow students. Right now, we are still in the waiting phase. We haven't received a confirmed yes or no, but we are hopeful and we are still not stopping here. We will keep reaching out to more organizations, follow up on the ones we've already submitted, and we will continue pushing for this fund until we see results. The bigger picture is clear. We want to ease financial pressure on students who deserve to be here, focus on their books, and not to pay their bills. The bigger picture is clear. We want to ease financial pressure on students who deserve to be here, focus on books, not on their bills. And even though we are still in the early stages, we will keep you updated every step of the way. This is not just about money. It's about giving bright students a fair shot. And as your financial secretary, I remain committed to doing everything I can to make this happen. This is my final note on the financial statement presented. The financial statement has been compiled with transparency and integrity, using data directly from the budget presented and approved, and from documents sourced from the Dean's Office and from RTI requests. We appreciate the trust students have placed in us and pledge to ensure fiscal responsibility, transparency, and accountability in all our activities. Thank you. regarding this, you can just type them in the comment section and I'm ever willing to reply. Kindly use 5 minutes for this exercise. Thank you. Thank you. Fellow students, I'm done with the financial statement, and if you want to ask any questions concerning this, you can do so via the comment section, and I'm ever willing to reply. Kindly use 5 minutes for this exercise. Thank you. Students, once again, thank you for the trust you've placed in us. And while the investigation is ongoing, we would be active and then give you updates, and also we would give you the results of the investigations. So we would reach out. We would come back again with a final audit report. Thank you for staying with us.